Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. Today I am here to show you what to do with the free card kit that I have sent out. So I'm assuming that the people who've asked for this complimentary card kit are complete beginners to paper crafting. You may not be, so you may not need to watch this. So what I'm going to, this is the one I made when I was designing the card, and what I said was that all you would need is glue, and that is true. So but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make this one up in front of you so that you can watch, because I haven't sent written instructions. Now, you don't have to stick to my composition. If you want to do it differently, that's fine. If you already have paper crafting experience and you already have other materials at home, then obviously just use this whatever way you want to use it. But what I thought I'd talk to you about is what glue. I've said you need glue, so what glues you can use. So for me, if I was making up this card, I have 3 choices here of glues that I can use. This is double-sided tape. So we can use, I'll use that at some point. In fact, I'll use that for some. What I'm going to try and do is try and show you each of the glues and talk about them as you use them. There are tape runners. I mean, obviously I'm showing you these products from the company that I work with, Stampin' Up. However, there are other brands available, and you can either, if you need to buy any of these items, I'm happy to sell them to you. However, you can buy these sort of things in lots of other places. Okay, so this is what we call Snail, and it's double-sided tape, but it comes in a runner, so it's much easier to use. And then we have wet glue. Now, wet glue I think is great for beginners. It is slightly messy, but when you're sticking things down, you've got a little bit of leeway. You can move things about, and I will show you that during this video. Sorry, there was something else I was going to tell you and I've forgotten. You'll get used to me. I do forget things quite a lot. So whatever it was I was going to tell you about. Oh yes, that's it, the pointer. It is a PVA based glue type of glue. However, it has a very low water content. The kind of PVA glue that you would maybe use for children for crafts has a lot of water in it, and it can make paper wrinkle. So if that is the only type of glue you've got available to you, of course use it, but be very sparing with it, because it will make your paper and card wrinkle a little bit. But you can always put them under a heavy book or something to flatten it again if you do have that problem. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's in the kit. So in the kit I have provided you with a card base. Okay, a piece of our pretty designer series paper, which will get stuck on the front. A piece of plain white card, which, because this is a dark card base, you stick inside there so that you've got somewhere to write a message to whoever you're giving your thank you card to, or sending your thank you card to. Okay, so they'll get glued down there. And then we have the various bits and pieces here that we will decorate it with first. So what I'm going to do is try during this to show you the benefits of the different glues. So first of all, I'm going to stick the liner down, and I'll stick this down with the this tape roller. So I'm going to open it up, take that away out of the way, and pop this on. So it's a very, very thin sticky tape. It's just like a glue, but it spreads, it goes on like a tape. So you can just put a few wee bits of it, or you can put a full strip of it down. It's up to yourself. Some people just like to do little bits, and obviously that makes it last longer, but always make sure there's enough in the corners. Now, the thing with using tape is you've not got the wiggle room. So you have to kind of be happy that you're going to line this up. So you take your time, just using one corner of it, kind of use your eyesight and just sort of look for an even border. I have cut it so that there's a few millimetres all the way around spare. There you go. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. If someone wants a perfect card, they can buy that in the shops. This is a homemade card, handmade card. You're making it and you're adding a bit of love to it. So that was the tape runner. And then the other kind of tape we have is double-sided tape. So let me just apply that to this paper and let you see this being laid down. So there we've got that. Whoops, one. And then a bit there. And this is tears. I use my thumb. I don't have much nails, but I do use my thumb. If you don't, you could use, oh, I don't know, the edge of an old credit card or something like that. Or bank card, you know, the old ones when they're out of date, they're quite handy. Or store card. I don't know if I've got one handy some. Oh yeah, I've got an old Boots Advantage card. I'll show you what I mean. So you could pop that there, and if you don't want to use your fingers, or you know you have problems with your fingers, there you go, torn off. You get much straighter edge, obviously. Then what I do to help me with positioning is I go to the opposite corners, okay? So take a minute to get this off. It does lift easy. Ours is I've been card making for a lot of years, and I've used quite a lot of different tapes, and this one is great because this top bit comes off much easier than any other tape I've ever used. Alright, so I fold them back like that. Obviously, if you've not seen this done before, you can stop the video at any point. If you have seen it before, please feel free to use fast forward, or even play me at a faster speed to get through it, do you know? It's up to yourself. You don't have to listen to me if you don't want to. You can watch this on silent and it will still give you a clue what you're doing. Okay, so I've exposed both corners, and now there's a reason for that. It just makes it simpler. I'm not totally committed, so I'm actually going to lay this flat because it will be easier to work with. So normally I do face-to-face classes. I do this, say, business 2 days a week. And obviously because I'm not able to meet people face-to-face, I'm offering to help people online. There you go. So there, I'm happy that that's good enough. And then what you can then do is you just pull out the backing paper. And you have a nice flat surface. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of stick with the composition that I did here. So what I did was, I'm assuming that people don't have tools. If you have tools, then feel free to use them. I don't like just dead flat, but you could stick that on if you wanted to have a dead flat picture, then that's absolutely fine. You can stick that down. But what I like to do is just give this a bit of texture. I'm just pushing that in with my thumb onto the palm of my hand, and then just using my thumb and my forefinger just to curl. What I'm doing is breaking the fibres of the paper a wee bit, and that will hold its wee curve. Just gives it a bit of dimension. And I'm going to do something with the leaves. I mean, I sometimes use tweezers, etc., but do you know what? Fingers were made long before tools, so you can still achieve a bit of texture in your leaves. just fold them up, just makes them look a bit more realistic. They're still black card leaves, but you know what, just a bit of fun. There you go. And then I'm going to, again, my butterfly, I'm going to use the big butterfly. Yeah, I've actually enclosed another little butterfly that feel free to use it, or use it, you know, keep it for a different project. So I'm just, again, using my fingers and giving it a bit of a curl. All right. So I'm just imagining my wee butterfly flying away. Okay, a bit balmy, but never mind. So for sticking these on, I'm going to use the wet glue. I could have done the whole thing with wet glue. I just wanted to demonstrate to you the difference between the glues. Of course, this is clogged and it's not wanting to come out. So just be because I carelessly didn't put the lid on last night. So there was just a bit of congealed glue at the top. So I've pulled that off. And here we go, it's flowing fine. So I put it's got a nice nozzle, this glue. The reason I prefer this, but although because our company sell it, but it's got this narrow end where you can get very small amount of glue. But it's also got, if you're around my age, you'll remember this sort of end for glue spreading. So this is quite good if you've got a lot of glue and you want to spread it over a larger surface. I have to admit I don't use that end very often, but it is there and the glue will come out either end. But I tend to like the precision of this little nozzle. So what I'm doing is just popping that flower down in the corner there, and I'm putting just a couple of dots. In fact, I think what I might do, no, because it's all right. I put a bit of glue. I was going to cut the stem off, but you know what? I did say to you, you only need glue. I didn't say you need scissors. But you know, if you want to change any of these bits up. So I put a bit of wet glue on the stem. Now this glue does dry clear, but try not to overuse it. And then I'm just tucking that in under my flower. Whoops. Got a bin at the side. Let's get a shot of them. I really do appreciate you getting in touch and asking for a kit, and I will send them out fortnightly while we're in this difficult situation. There you go. And I'm happy to post that free of charge to you. So if you've received this one, you will get one a fortnight later. Well, depending on the post. I've put you a couple of these in, obviously. If you want to use them both on this card, that's fine. If you don't, they are sticky backed. There you go. It's a multifaceted gem. It just lifts. It lifts the flower. And obviously you don't have to put the thank you on. Say you just wanted to send a wee note to someone, a friend, and you don't have to. You could just pop the 2 butterflies on there if you wanted. And then you just write your message inside for, you know, if you want to send a message to a friend. I'll just make this up as the original design, but there's absolutely no. Now I would be delighted if you, when you've made your card up, if you took a photograph of it and shared it with me and allowed me to share a gallery of what you make. I do use Facebook as a tool and YouTube, but if you've any questions regarding the kit, happy to answer them. Just message me or email me. I will have enclosed a business card, so you will have my mobile phone number. I'm happy to answer texts on that. I would ask that any calls would be by arrangement because, like everybody, I've got family stuff going on just now. And then I'm just going to pop this butterfly on there. And that's it. Voila. That's not hard. It's fun. Paper crafting is much fun, and I'm using it to keep me sane during this period. thank you very much for your interest, and thank you very much for taking part and having a go. Stay safe, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.